you have the job market crisis, which companies are leveraging new LLM technologies, and they are replacing their old workforce, and that ultimately leads to no new entry level positions available for the young graduates. So eventually that leads to another crisis, which is the economy crisis, where you have all the people that are unemployed and leads to the economy of a whole country doing bad in general, and then that ultimately lead to depression, and then lead to the birth rate crisis, which women are choosing to not have children anymore, considering the expensive fees and all of that. So you must be thinking, what a great time to live in. We have so many crises ongoing right now. But I'd like to offer a really optimistic and perhaps a little bit hopeful perspective on this new era that we are living in. I think that it is very exciting to be a human and to think about what makes a human human. And that brings me to today's topics, which is education. Specifically in Vietnam, in this context, I'd like to envision a future where my children can be proud that to their friends, their international friends from other countries, that they went to Vietnam they chose Vietnam for the education. They didn't have to go to other countries, but they choose to study in Vietnam, and they are proud of that. As you can see, that is the case with the United States and the Japan and the China. I want Vietnam to become like that one day, I would say. And I want my kids and the future generations to be proud to say that. So we're going to talk about what positive change would I like to see in the curriculum of Vietnam education. Right now, with the current going on crisis, we have touched upon one of the core issue of our ongoing education is that while we have the intelligence, we have the domain knowledge, but we are actually clueless when it comes to become a functional adult in a society. So I'd like to see educators putting an emphasis and making psychology as a core subject in the curriculum, offering skills like emotional resilience or financial management, or you have how to choose a partner, how to establish a family, and how to be happy in general. I think the ultimate goal of education is for a human to truly achieve happiness in his life. And as we humans, we have been driven, by money, and we have been driven by this invisible race of status and money and security of a job, that we have truly forgotten upon the true core of education, which is how to make a human happy. And we should, as educational institutes, should not be assuming that parents teach those skills to their children at home, but instead be more proactive, as in embedding psychological, emotional and management skills in the curriculum across all disciplines. So you don't have to be a sociology major to learn about emotional management, and you don't have to be you can still be a mathematics student and learn how to balance between work and life. So I'd love to see that change happening in the future, and again, to reinstate the sole purpose of education is truly to for us humans to truly find happiness in our life. And that's all I hope for the ones that watching this. You have the power to change the society that you live in.